I'm going to start this tip by hitting a couple of bunker shots. This first one is right at the back of the bunker. It's on a little bit of a downslope. You know, the back of the bunker rolls in here, playing towards this pin. It's not an easy bunker shot, this one. So plenty of loft on the club face, little forwards in the stance, and try and splash this one out. And you'll see that one when it lands on the green, releases quite hard to the back of the green. This one's a lot different. It's on an upslope now. It's on the front of the bunker, sloping this way. So if we set up to this one, and what you can see there is how those two shots massively reacted differently when they landed on the surface. I've played both of those two shots quite nicely. This one, although it's rolled right to the back of the green, left myself 15-20 feet coming back, I was happy with that shot. It was about as dangerous as I could play it without it catching this leading lip and falling back into the bunker. And the one on the upslope, quite happy the way I played that, popped it up in the air and it landed and it stopped on a sixpence. And I think it's worth considering that when you've got downslopes and upslopes, the lie and the bunker is massively affecting what you as a golfer can do. And you have to accept that. You can't play your standard bunker shot technique, or you certainly can't expect it to react in the same fashion. This sort of downhill lie shot here, the key to this is make sure your shoulders are trying to match the slope. Your shoulders tilt with the slope, your spine angle is perpendicular to the slope, your swing direction then comes down the slope. It might feel more comfortable to lean back, to try and scoop the ball, to try and get the ball to go back up in the air, but you'll simply catch the sand or the turf way before the ball. You'll never get a good contact. So it has to be match the hill, swing down the hill, and just let the loft do its best. Now, what you noticed about the first shot is it came out very low and it didn't spin when it landed. I need to allow for that in my shot shaping. So it might be if that pin's a tight pin in the corner of the green with a pond on the far side, I need to aim away from that. I can't play that shot if the risk is to run into the pond on the far side. Changing things entirely, going to the ball that was at the front of the slope here, this one I feel is a lot easier. The slope means I'm going to lean back, my spine angle kicks back slightly, a lot of body weight on my rear leg, and as long as I keep my balance here, the club slides under the back of the ball. Naturally, the hill is adding to the loft on the club face, adding to the height of the shot, therefore it pops up in the air and lands and stops relatively quickly, because it's like I've thrown the ball high in the air, it lands and stops, rather than this one rolling the ball in low and you can see how it released through. So relatively difficult shots. I think we'd all rather prefer the ball was in the flat. The downslope definitely the most difficult. The upslope should encourage a bit more height and a bit more stopping power. Tilt your shoulders and spine angle with the hill. Make sure you retain your balance and allow for the ball to roll out from this one and to stop quickly from this one.